Hello friends and friends of friends and friends of friends of friends of friends. As we all know, I recently made my return to Moshi Monsters, the game. We all know that, right? We all saw that video? We all saw that. Right? So now we know that Moshi Monsters Rewritten exists. But did we know that Moshi Monsters the movie existed? Because I did not. And like, this has been a thing. This has existed since like 2013. Listen, I was a bit out of the loop. I didn't even know they made an app, okay? Guys, there's an app. As I once said, around every corner there's a twist. Like, is Moshi Monsters a thriller? Because I am sufficiently thrilled. I am so thrilled right now. I am incredibly excited for this. Not really, but a little. Honestly, I really struggled to get through the opening sequence because like the anticipation was killing me, my heart was pounding, I was excited, my expectations were low, and then we've simply gotten straight into the action here. I was screaming at the screen. Stop! That bridge looks really scary! But nonetheless, Gandalf trekked on. I think he thinks he's related to these birds. Like, he is so ridiculously comfortable up there. Like, you know you're mortal, right, buddy? You know that, right? You know it's okay to admit that your knees don't quite work the same as they did when you were 20. Right? So we learned that Gandalf here is a mushlingologist.
Mushlingologist coming through.
Which of course means that he ollows mushlings. That's what that means. And then he stumbles into this big scary cave all by himself and like, please stop, I'm begging you, please, I don't want to see you die. Like, imagine, he accidentally stepped on this brick, right? It could have done anything. Luckily it just like Anne Franked this door open, but it could have exploded the whole cave, and then what? Then that video has to go up on Live Leak. Like, that's it, there's no movie.
What in the name of Snufferpeats?
So to use this foul type of language when like good scary things were happening, imagine the kind of language he'd pull out when bad scary things were happening. This would be an R-rated movie. So what we've been witnessing in the first riveting 2 minutes of this film is Gandalf here accidentally stumbling across the great mushling egg. I don't know what's so special about this mushling egg. All I know so far is that Gandalf saw his reflection in the egg and was like, wow, there sure is something special about this egg that I can't quite put my finger on. And then he tripped down about 3 stairs and got blown across the grass like a cotton ball in front of an industrial fan. He just whoosh. Because listen, his legs just don't work the same as they did when he was 20, and it's fine. If you need to go to a rest home, just admit it. It's fine. But even after all that, the great mushling egg is fine, because it's got plot armor. Stupid. So then we leave Gandalf behind, just alone with a broken leg in the jungle. He'll be fine. We've dropped a pin in some random backyard, and Katsuma is incredibly excited about something.
Hey, they picked me!
Maybe he got picked to go on a free trip to Disneyland. Maybe he got picked to be executed at point blank range by a firing squad.
Stop the music, will you?
Unsure, but hoping for the firing squad.
It literally, everything needs to have me talking over the...
Oh man, what a bummer. They're making a movie within a movie, which is just a genius plot. Like, the writers were bouncing ideas off each other. They were like, I don't know what to make this movie about. Someone's like, I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about making a movie recently. And everyone's like, oh my god, me too, we should put that in the movie.
On top of it, I'm really sorry that you just have to see me this whole video, but you do.
Katsuma hasn't met Mr. Miyagi yet. I see. So Katsuma went on this long spiel about like, I'm gonna be famous.
I'm gonna be a Gooper star!
Then Poppet was like, hey, that's really cool, Katsuma, but actually, when did I ask?
Is that all? Did you see my move?
Wax on, wax off, young one. Wax on, wax off. So Katsuma and Poppet went off to talk to Rory Squirrel, who is the one that's making this movie that's gonna make Katsuma famous. And one of the band members just gets kidnapped. But I guess we're not gonna talk about that right now, because we're on an adventure. I don't know. So this loading screen is probably frozen right now because of you. Get back to work, Slagger. So we've wandered into absolute chaos. Like, honestly, reverse. I don't want to be here. There's just this little white cloud with red eyes who laughs like he's got bread stuck in his throat and looks suspiciously like the white guinea pig I had when I was like 4, terrorizing Monstro City. Why? I don't know. But I would just like to take this moment to remind these city folk that they are monsters. Fight back! Oh, never mind. He's taking the stray rat. He's got a heart of gold. Ugh, they just can't get his nose right.
You do, otherwise you won't be able to see the video at all.
Making movies? Now you're
no, Rory Squirrel is not a filmmaker. This is like when YouTubers started thinking that they should write books because like, oh, they're famous. Nothing good is going to come from this. Look, he's even got a little ghostwriter. So Rory proceeds to firing squad all over Katsuma's silly little hopes and dreams by saying like, actually, I think that all your friends are kind of just as good as you are and deserve to be in the movie too.
But so glad you agree.
Katsuma like strongly disagreed, and honestly, so do I. Like, is the budget for this movie minus $1,000? Can we not find anyone better in this city? Even the White Cloud, he'd be a great great main character, literally anyone. The movie goes on to very quickly establish everyone's personalities in the span of about 10 seconds.
I still think Katsuma is my favorite character in the Moshi Monsters.
That big old hairball's a
Moshi Monsters.
It's kind of like the writers for this movie read like 3 pages of a book titled How to Write a Movie and are working solely based off that information. It's like they put a bunch of character related lines into like some hats, and every time one of the characters has to have dialogue, they just sort of picked a line out.
Even though
you sure got a pretty
he's
dog.
quite arrogant.
You see, darlings, when I'm good,
because I
I'm
think-
really good,
I
but
think
when
he's
I'm
still
bad,
cool.
I'm even
Like, it's okay
better.
to
Like, preach, love heart. That was so needed to be said right then. Is this how Marilyn Monroe felt?
Into oblivion!
That Diablo cracks me up.
Sure, he's a blast.
Did anyone else get that, or was it just me? Yeah, was it just me? So anyway, Katsuma plodded off to the bathroom to cry in private like a real man.
I've got to call my agent.
And then we finally start talking about those 2 kidnappings that we witnessed like 2 minutes ago that we knew were going to be important to the plot but felt like entirely glossed over in every way. Those ones, yeah, they come back. So they already have suspects. It's Dr. Strangeglove and this guy. Or more specifically, it's Dr. Strangeglove and his Naughty Critters, which sounds like an alternate stage name for Michael Jackson and his band, but okay. And the characters still just like kind of don't care.
kind of arrogant if you're
I haven't
cool,
seen
right?
Ginger Snap, Gurgle, and Gigi in
That's
days.
the lesson I learned
Those
from
are
this
just the
movie is
mushrooms
people are
beginning
just
with
gonna love
G.
you if you're
Now,
cool.
where did I
Even if they don't really
start
love you.
getting?
Poppet is like, oh no, they're kidnapping mushlings. What about my mushling? He's fine. It's all fine. Now we cut to Katsuma giving himself a motivational speech in this dark, lonely room.
I'm the complete package.
Because, I guess Monstrous City has a gap in the market where David Goggins should be.
I'm literally just saying nonsense because I need something
How
to
do you
cover
do
up
that?
the
Hey, everything
clips,
okay?
and I can't be bothered.
Every time I need to communicate my well-being to someone from now on, I'm just going to use the word hurricane with absolutely no context. And like, I'm not kidding, I will do, like, Talia, how are you? Oh, hurricane. Thanks for asking, how are you? So then Katsuma and this movie maker man turn their backs, and immediately, like, a glove possessed by the spirit of Pennywise just yanks the seahorse into the drain, and we just move on. We care very minimally. Because now we met with the news that Gandalf, you know Gandalf, who Olo's mushlings, he repeats found, in case you're stupid, or deaf, or both. The Great Mushling Egg. And so our 2 storylines collide.
I can't be bothered. I've been talking for like a minute. I'm just gonna wait until it's exactly been a minute, so I've got like 5.
And now I'm confused, because unless the year is still 99999.5, this egg has been an egg for a while. Since the Great Custard Flood. Oh my god. So what's so great about it? Like, they literally don't even know what's inside it. Why is it great? There is probably a rotting mushling fetus inside that egg. There is nothing good about dead babies. Then the guy says in the wrong pause, it could be disastrous. So I think they should just give it to Dr. Strangeglove, because he actually has hands. So the results will be all good. And then Gandalf very unsubtly advertises exactly where the egg can be stolen from.
5 seconds left, just 5 more seconds, and oh, I'm gonna stop it. Oh, done.
So I just have no idea what's going to happen next. Then we dig straight down until we hit bedrock, and we see that Dr. Strangeglove has a bit of a like personal Truman Show type setup going on. And he also has a bit of Bieber fever going on, but like, didn't we all? So, aw, the wee rat is so excited to finally have a home. And then we find out that the evil white cloud is just a fish who likes to dress up in fursuits, which honestly is the most surprising part of this movie so far.
It's just so liberating dressing up as a mushling.
So this guy sort of lays out his evil plan step by step, just like Dr. Doofenshmirtz would. Must be a doctor thing.
It's actually kind of a bummer because I don't care if it's copyrighted, but like it literally just gets off, and it's annoying.
Pretty much long story short, he's gonna clonk all over this bitch. Look how many mushlings have disappeared, and this has been on the news like one time. Does nobody even care? Who are these people, monsters? And listen, someone must have told Dr. Strangeglove one day that he could sing, because he decided to have a whole musical number, and he was very confident about the whole thing.
The doctor will see you now. Let me introduce myself.
How very Robbie Rotten we are number 1 of him. In this song, he claims to be Doctor Strange,
I'm Dr. Strange.
which I think is grounds for defamation, just putting it out there. We also learned his villain origin story, which is that a mushling dog ate his fat fuck sausage fingers.
He thought it was some sausages.
And now I'm just saying that's exactly what I picture happening when I like feed bread to ducks at the park. But do I want to glump all over the ducks at the park? No, I don't. I have self-restraint and morals. Dumbass. Song goes kind of hard though, I'm not gonna lie.
Let him have it, fish lips. Blow harder, you spherical fool.
somebody said that to me, I would slap them. Don't stand for that type of treatment from men, fish lips. Know your worth.
Oh yes, nasty.
Oh yes, nasty. Oh, what a beautiful day for a walk to Buster Bumblechop's manor to film yourselves visiting the glorious fucking custard egg or whatever it is.
Remember, just act natural and smile.
Act natural and smile? I don't get it. Which one do you want me to do? I mean, Katsuma follows instructions incredibly well. You can't argue with that. He heard act natural and he said, okay, I can do that. So Gandalf Bubble Egg invites the whole crew inside, and then we find out that when Dr. Strangeglove was singing, he actually stole the fucking egg. I thought he was just thinking about stealing the egg. Why does nothing in this movie feel important? And did he take gymnastics before the hand incident? Because he executed this whole thing flawlessly. I don't understand.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
Yeah, we heard you the first time, Buster Chomp.
Which is,
Why did he leave a fake egg there just for it to run away? Like, what was the point? Extra property damage? Why? Oh, good, he left a business card, a golden ticket, you could say. So, Handless Man threatens to obliterate this, oh no, not the egg, if he doesn't get some perfectly reasonable and completely understandable request made.
Packet of microwavable blue deepest mushing with frosted rainbow rocks for dramatic effect and maximum inconvenience. I want all 3 items at the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro. I mean that.
And then Buster Egg Bubble Chump runs away from his problems, which is so valid. And the I-Man gleefully states that actually he's cancelled filming this movie that Katsuma was going to be the star of.
Besides, the movie's been cancelled.
Because he'd rather follow the people that are going to get these artifacts to Dr. Strangeglove and get the egg. And Katsuma was like, I'll do that because it fits perfectly into the plot and otherwise Talia won't have a movie to react to. Thanks, Katsuma.
darling, have you lost your mind?
Now, Dr. Strangeglove is feeling very hurricane that everything is going according to his plan. And he sends a military-grade clonk blimp filled with glumps to somewhere. I don't know where they're going.
Aren't you the only one who can hatch an egg this ancient?
Yes, but
He has hands. So Bust Egg Bubble Egg is like, yeah, all the egg needs are these 3 ingredients that and then it'll turn into this ugly ass glump. And suddenly Dr. StrangeGlove's request made a lot more sense. So now they're in a bit of a rock and a hard place scenario because they can't give Dr. Strangeglove the artifacts, but they also can't not give him the artifacts because either way the egg is fucked. Now they just have to rescue the egg, like fight him to the death for it, I guess. I don't know.
We'll collect the artifacts and use them to lure Strangeglove into our trap. Trap? What trap? We'll think of something.
This movie keeps getting blocked for copyright, so I'm here. I'm here, I'm in the background, this is my video.
it's
I'm here.
easy if you whistle.
Please let me upload the video, I'm begging you. I will beg on my knees. Oh no, but Katsuma can't whistle. I'm so glad we established this conflict earlier. So the Wonder Pets will climb aboard a much more environmentally friendly transportation device than Dr. Handless Man had. Except for Rory Scroll, who just simply does not want to.
Did I mention I'm afraid of flying?
And they're sent off with a very comforting farewell.
Good luck! The entire Moshi world is relying on you!
And a little journal from Egg Chump's uncle or something. I don't know. I didn't really listen. So off they flew, narrowly dodging the 1950s to the Galog jungle or wherever they said they had to go. Again, I wasn't really listening. And they have to go to the woolly blue. I'll just let them say it.
I can't re-edit the actual video because I lost it because my laptop keeps crashing, so all I have is like...
I think Katsuma's gonna cry like a little bitch. On my knees, I've spent hours and hours on this video and it's been watched about 1 million times. I will do literally anything. This whole movie feels like a fever dream.
There it is! Microwavable oobla doobla!
Oh my god, would you look at that? It's right there on the grey part of the thing. It's so convenient. And then we meet the little woolly blue villagers and they all just look like they want a big hug. They just want a big hug.
The rendered version, so I can't, this is literally all I can do to salvage
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. I have never wanted to break a heart more.
the video, and I really liked the video until I had to put...
Katsuma must have got confused. I think he accidentally said, we would like to be cooked into a gigantic soup to be eaten by your villagers. So anyway, half the Wonder Pets are just sort of slowly cooking alive, and then Poppet comes and saves the day, because she's the only one with a brain. Although by saves the day, I mean she signs them up for an impossible limbo contest.
My face over the top of it everywhere.
We can have the oobla doobla if we go lowest
But I think
in
it
the
was...
The what ball?
Poppet's head is literally the size of one of their petite little bodies. Like, they literally stood no chance. She has to fit that brain somewhere. And so cook they will. Oh no, they're gonna die. Except the Hooblers didn't expect this kids movie to contain nightmare fuel now, did they? No, they did not. And as punishment, I guess none of the villagers get to eat for the next week.
No dessert?
So Zoma met his quota for doing at least one useful thing to propel the plot of this movie and was bestowed with a container of microwavable oobla doobla. And onwards the Wonder Pets go. Dr. Strangeglove does sort of pop up to taunt them a wee bit and like prove that he's hip with the kids. But we don't really care that much.
Blew a big fat goobery in the face of danger.
Blow What?
But I've led
I
us to
think
safety
it's
with my
working. I
uncanny
hope
sixth
it
sense.
works because I would like to upload it, even at its lowest. We can still
I
love
think
things.
even in Minecraft that would kill you. Water can only do so much. Luckily, the flying things to walking things ratio is pretty good in this group, so they all just sort of flew down to meet Katsuma there. Except for Zoma, who has lost an arm but made some incredible new friends. And then gained an arm with a guitar. Listen, he is better off this way. So the Wonder Pets ended up in this really dangerous place.
The journal says this area is extremely dangerous.
And got sucked into like a Polar Express trap set up by some hypnotized beaver things.
Didn't I say to leave the orange one?
Yes, but I'm colourblind and stupid,
think
and I
I'll
wasn't
work
really
in an
listening.
hour.
Who cares? We're hypnotised.
Oh, and I just don't care even a little bit anymore, but I guess it's Christmas now. It's very Christmassy in here. Oh, and that was the other criminal on the news. I hate it. I don't know how to gender this. It gets a whole villain song as well, but there is no origin story in this one. It's just Sweet Tooth.
And then I will probably get copyright blocked while I'm at work, and I'll come home and do it again. And I'll just keep doing it.
I don't like the way they're portraying Sweet Tooth to be a bad thing. I personally get a lot of enjoyment out of my Sweet Tooth, and I don't even have diabetes yet.
And doing it. And doing it. Oh my god.
Sweet Tooth's biggest crime is vibing too hard.
Barfmallows, where are they going?
So then Sweet Tooth and the Wonder Pets have this whole chase scene, and I don't know why, and I'm tired. Like, we could have so easily not done this. This movie didn't really have to be over an hour long, did it? I get it. Sweet Tooth, he's working with Dr. Strangelove, and Dr. Strangelove doesn't want Katsuma to have friends. But couldn't we just have, like, killed them all on sight? It would have been so much faster. This henchman is exactly what I looked like watching this movie. I started at, like, 9:30. It was, like, 1 a.m. in the morning at this point. 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I know, crazy. See, Zoma is how I felt before this. Zoma trapped is how I felt after this.
The way things are going, there'll be none of us left.
Oh, don't worry, Poppet. I'm sure that won't happen. So now the Wonder Pets are in Jollywood. And honestly, now I'm regretting that Zoma isn't with them because he was born for this city and his small town is holding him back. I'm just being real here. And then Furry used the power of being hungry to solve a code completely unrelated to anything pertaining to hunger.
What does
See,
that
if I
mean?
could go back and redo this knowing what I know now, I would just explain the bits I was putting in instead of putting them in because I didn't really like the original.
Because that makes sense.
Any idea where I can find a blue jeepers?
Is that racist? So then the Wonder Pets come across a Gooper Star,
Who are you?
I am Bobby Sing Song, international singing sensation.
who for some reason they think can help them find a blue jeeper. And of course he can. Because why not?
They are
whole
very
video.
rare
I
indeed.
don't know if there's a
But
way
I
to
do
check
know
that
they
before
love
you use a
music
certain
and
clip,
dancing.
whether they,
Then
like,
again,
just
who
block it or
doesn't?
they
Me?
And that's why you're not a Gooper Star, Katsuma. Oh, don't put on a free show for them, Mr. Sing Song. They're not worth it. This song really gives SoundCloud rapper that blew up and he doesn't even understand why, really, but he's just kind of trying to ride the success. That's what it gives. It's like, it's unique. Is it good? Not sure.
write it because I don't care if
Forgotten what it is.
they can make money on my video.
Nothing in this movie does. Oh my god. So Bobby Sing Song's Jollywood song made a blue jeeper cry, I think. Is anyone gonna ask if it's okay? Did John Mayer get to it? Like, so Poppet collected the second artifact and then Dr. Strangelove appeared again, just to make sure that we don't forget he exists. But now, thank God, we only have one more thingamabobber to get. We are so almost done with these thingamabobbers and then we can finish the movie and we're done.
If you're in a
Probably.
hurry, why don't you just
Probably.
kerfuffle yourselves?
I think he said go fuck yourselves, but I might just have selective hearing. So Bobby Sing Song helps the Wonder Pets kerfuffle so that they can travel faster. Honestly, love. But there was literally one thing he said that they had to do. He's doing all the work. They literally just had to not break the circle. Turns out Furry's hunger is a blessing and a curse in Jollywood. So now Furry's back with the gang. And now it's just Poppet stuck with like her least favorite person.
Remind me to kerfuffle first class next time.
And Katsuma's favorite person dies. So
I will not cry about this though.
Now
I'm a
how
big
are we
brave
gonna
girl.
film me saving
we're
the
gonna get
day?
through
now they just have to find the frosted rainbow rocks without even any proof that they were the ones that found the frosted rainbow rocks. This is so not fair. So they're just out there wandering, and by wandering I mean wondering if they're gonna make it out alive. Wandering, same thing. And then Katsuma triggers an avalanche. And if it all ended now, listen, I would be okay with that. Except it doesn't, because now they're in a cave. God damn it. So Poppet is real sad, and they're surrounded by death. But luckily Katsuma clicks a rock 3 times and summons fire so that they can warm up. Just kidding. Then Katsuma puts on his best Michaela Nogueira, I don't know how to say her last name. He puts on his best Boston accent.
Trust me.
Your fault.
You can do this. I hope you understand what's happening in this video. Because
Kim Kardashian.
And what's that? He admitted to his fault? Oh my god, a character arc!
honestly, I don't know if I do anymore. All I want is to be able to upload it. And
no, Poppet, we're not doing this. Please tell me we're not doing this. Poppet literally breathes life into the fire. And then she sings this whole motivational song, and honestly, I'm with Katsuma on this one because I don't think I can get through this anymore. I don't think I can.
I don't think so.
Like, what do you mean, la 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 la? But you were just crying. Oh, but how good and how convenient. The rock thing was just a hop, a skip, and a jump and a song away from where they were sitting in the depression cave with their depression fire pit. Cool, cool. Wow, I love this movie. So they did it. They did it. They did it. Yay.
We did it! Yeah!
They have all 3 artifacts in their little lunchbox. Now they just have to climb a whole ass mountain, which should be no issue.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we know. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Even the writers seem like they're sick of this movie. Oh wow, climbing the mountain was literally no issue. Like, they're just there now. It's been 2 seconds. I'm not kidding. But then what was the point? I'm meeting on top of, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's almost over.
Can you believe it? Down a day later.
All this,
Like, I'm
and he
actually,
doesn't even
Show up.
I just want this to see the sun. Right now it's living in the basement.
I would like to confirm the authenticity of their device that's supposed to confirm authenticity. Like, babe, what does the watering can head do?
First, you hand me the case.
the egg.
Which comes first? The chicken, the case, or my last brain cell evaporating? Take a wild guess. It's this one.
I have it handcuffed in the basement. No, I don't. YouTube does. YouTube and the Moshi Monsters movie work together to handcuff my video and put it in the basement, but no.
Literally nobody thought that. This is the dumbest villain ever. He thinks he's so smart. Hurricane!
No longer I am breaking in to save my video from the basement. Please don't listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the comments.
Why is this going on for so long? So, because Katsuma learns nothing, forget the character arc, Dr. Strangeglove gets to evilly gondola off the mountaintop with the special custody. And the artifacts, all 3 artifacts. It's gonna hatch the egg into that ugly thing. Oh no, movie over. That sucks. No. How many fucking mushlings does this guy have kidnapped in his little evil lair just for him to be stumped by one little heffalump? Kill him!
It's almost over. By that I mean the video.
Yeah, thanks, Poppet. Good idea. You're a hero.
Remember when
And
I
the
said
clips that I have to put over top of the actual clips that I was trying to do.
It's okay. Maybe there was water down there. There's probably water down there. Quick, Poppet, make a puddle of tears. Heffalump will be fine.
I know, I should hide like a little secret in here. Be like, I could
Now
go
he's
under the tree in my backyard.
Oh my god, did they actually kill it? They actually killed the little fucking heffalump thing.
And then, I don't want people to dig up my backyard, actually. I could go
with the secret melody that opens my
your
clunkatronic
mum's
musical lock.
Ah, to think that. I bet that will not be useful to the plot, even slightly. Not even the slightest bit.
You mean the one that goes?
Oh, because you just have to be able to whistle. Oh, good, because that's never come up in this movie before. If Katsuma's character arc is not, like, realizes it's more beneficial to be, like, a member of a functional team than it is to be in the spotlight, but as he learns to whistle to save his friends, I will lose my marbles. And I don't even have marbles.
Hey, look! Over there! Hey, it's Mr. Snoodle! He's alive!
The plot armor in this movie, I swear to God, like, alright, Dumbo, okay. You've heard of Spider-Man, you've heard of Batman, but have you heard of fucking whistling? Because apparently that can save your life in a multitude of completely unbelievable ways. Like, how did they manage to incorporate whistling into like 20 different subplots of this movie? How did they do it?
You can get up there using your hurricane! There's no way I can open that musical lock! Sure you can! Just whistle the tune!
Please give me back my firstborn child.
Can't whistle. Guess I'm just not cut out to be the greatest hero that ever lived.
Please, I just want. Oh, that must have been tough for Katsuma to say. Let him nap, heffalump. Have some empathy for the poor man. Everyone to be able to enjoy the movie.
That's it, Snoodle! You're right! We can do it! Hurricane!
Oh, thank God Katsuma didn't learn to whistle. I couldn't have handled that. Today we breathe a sigh of relief. This video has gotten blocked about 1,000,000 times because of this one clip. No matter what I do to it, it's like, it's the climax, and we see you, we know what you're doing. Snoodle trying all of 2 things and then giving up is so relatable. It's literally just the heffalump whistling. Like, look away if it bothers you this much. Please, just let me upload the video. I mean, that didn't sound like the same note, babe, but sure. Yay! All the little things that we barely noticed were missing are free again.
Hold on. How did they?
I have a bad feeling about this.
This is such a would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 little duck-sized horses situation. Like, obviously the duck-sized horses, because what are they gonna do? This is the army of duck-sized horses. That's what this is. Also, Gru and his minions. Don't tell me you can't see it. Mr. Schnoodle is the only person I've rooted for in the entire duration of this movie. Do you understand how hard this has been? So a bloody and brutal battle ensued. And the clonk blimp full of glumps vomited, which just happens when you're really nervous sometimes. It's okay. Nothing to be embarrassed about. But then it spiraled to its doom, which is kind of embarrassing. And Dr. Strangeglove just kind of launched himself out of frame, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But him and Fish Lips are gone. They've gone somewhere. And then Katsuma said, "We did it," with emphasis on the we, so we know that he's a changed man.
Oh my god, it's the end of the movie. This is the best part.
And then finally the good guys get a song of their own, inspired by Dora the Explorer. She probably has songwriting credits. She probably gets a cut every time the song is streamed. Literally everyone is happy. Dora the Explorer's wallet is happy. The glumps are happy. The sun is happy. The happiness is happy. And then there's this whole like reopening ceremony at Bertram Bumblebee's manor. And Katsuma does not do the honors because teamwork is important. And then the army approach and destroy the vulnerable egg. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be a funny ending though? A bumblefuck Eggman walks up and like moans and like rubs the egg the right way, honey. And lo and behold, Rainbow Dash is born. The miracle of childbirth. Mr. Schnoodle has been waiting his whole life for Mrs. Schnoodle to be born. Is that not weird? That's weird, right? Katsuma fucking whistled. I'm done. I'm done with this movie.
Is that the end of the film then? Don't ask me. I'm still hypnotized.
Funny. Alright. All done. Oh my god. Listen, to be fair, if I watched this as a kid, I would 100% still watch this to like fall asleep to now. I just missed the train when I was a kid, and then I had to watch a 1.5 hour long movie for like 5 hours writing a script. So I didn't give myself a very nice introduction to this movie. But I hope you enjoyed watching this with me because low-key I did enjoy it. Just a little bit. Honestly, just the fact that it exists at all brings me joy. Like, I'm glad that we went down this path. Now I'm glad that we're turning back and walking off the path. Feels good to be leaving this path behind. Well, thank you very much for coming on this incredible journey with me, and I will see you in the next video when I have a few of my brain cells back. I hope they regenerate because otherwise there's nothing left for me. All right, see ya.